My HOA president kept fining me for things that never happened, so I made him regret every dollar. I bought a place at the end of a cul-de-sac and kept it clean because that's how I live. First month I got a violation for a trash can, visible from the street. My cans sit behind a side gate. I checked my doorbell footage anyway. Nothing. I emailed a still with the timestamp. The HOA president, John, replied, "Photos don't lie." Then another ticket. Oil spots on driveway. I sealed the concrete the week I moved in. He attached a photo from the same angle and same morning light as the first violation. It started to feel less like rules and more like someone staging a story and daring me to pay to end it. I asked for a hearing. The management company said the board trusted the president's documentation. While I waited, a third paper arrived. Unauthorized guest parking. The photo showed my friend's car with the hang tag flipped backward. I put it on myself, face out. Either I was misremembering everything or someone was touching my stuff before dawn. My neighbor across the street told me quietly that John keeps standards high and most people pay because the appeals get lost. So I built receipts. I drew a thin pencil line on the concrete where my can sits and added a tiny piece of clear tape across the lid seam to see if it got lifted. I wiped the driveway, shot close-ups with timestamps, and tucked a discreet camera under the eave, pointed at the side gate and curb. I asked my friend to park again with the tag correct and took a photo of the dash right before I went to bed. Then I left everything alone for 3 days. The camera caught him at 5:12 a.m., walking straight to the gate, dragging the can 2 feet toward the street, taking a photo, lifting the lid, my tape snapped, closing it, misting the driveway from a pocket bottle, pressing his shoe to make a dark circle, snapping another photo, flipping the hang tag backward on my friend's car, and leaving without looking around. 30 seconds of pretending. I printed stills and put the full clip on a USB. I mailed a certified letter requesting an expedited hearing and copied every board member. I didn't accuse him of anything in writing. I wrote exactly what happened and included the times, then showed up to the clubhouse with a packet for each person at the table. They opened with my pattern of non-compliance. I slid the USB across and pressed play. No speeches, just the quiet sound of cheap sneakers on my driveway and a plastic lid popping tape. When the clip ended, John tried, "We all make mistakes." I said mistakes don't carry a squirt bottle. He said he enforces consistently. I handed the treasurer a second packet. Deposits and ledgers I requested under the bylaws. Some fine payments went to the lockbox. Some notices used a QR code that didn't lead to the HOA portal. It landed on a processor with his initials in the URL. The treasurer's eyebrows went up. The secretary compared the code to a legitimate one and didn't say anything out loud. 2 neighbors slipped in with their own printouts. Garden hose violations for people who don't own hoses. Lawn height tickets the day after mowing. The board called a recess that took 30 minutes. When they returned, they suspended John's enforcement authority pending an audit, voided my fines on the spot, and placed a hold on every outstanding late fee in the neighborhood until they finished looking. I went home and put the can back on the pencil line because I'm not changing for a liar. 2 weeks later, the letter hit: misapplied payments, unauthorized processor, improper documentation. They didn't write the word fraud, but they didn't need to. John resigned for health reasons. The management company cut fees for the year and created a shared evidence folder. Every violation must include a photo, timestamp, and the name of the person who took it. 2 board seats opened. The neighbor who'd been fined for a hose won one of them. John wrote a long post on the community app about being the only one willing to do hard things. I posted a single still of his hand flipping my guest hang tag backward at 5:12 a.m. and muted the thread. The camera still points at the gate. The can still lives behind it. People can talk about standards all day. The street sees what it sees.